just as the other one who went to our university. So Ubteb has helped us to create that awareness and to fight the stigma. And now we can see the numbers increasing in taken constitutions, young people who now want to train.
Ubteb has helped take us, I think, a mile further. Those training institutions have the skills that enable them not only to access employment within the labor market, but also to be creators themselves of employment. And that, in a way, is something that as a country we need and will continue to expect from the education institutions for purposes of transforming our economy, transforming the way our people work, and making it easy for our young people to access the job market.
People with technical skills are so important if you are going to develop any country. And so for us, when we saw the numbers growing, we know that more students were leaving the university, joining universities, but coming for technical and vocational skills, which was critical. Because many people, before we really marketed that sector, they were despising it. They were saying, you cannot go and become a technician. You can't become a carpenter. But we started showing people who had succeeded as carpenters, who had succeeded as technicians.
Ubteb, as an assessing body, has given us a platform. It has given us a platform because the people they assess every year and qualify give us the knowledge of how we are doing with technical education.
And the National Development Plan 3 is very much clear that TVET is a game changer in the development of this economy, because one, it will improve productivity, entrepreneurship of the young ones. And once you handle the youth and the young ones, that means the labor market is going to have people who have what? Skills to improve productivity. So in that area, that's an achievement for the organization.
Our graduates are something else to celebrate. We have graduates of Ubteb all over the world, and they are doing well in all their relevant fields. Engineers, technicians, artisans, among others.
Because as long as your hands are working, then you are talking to the world of work. Because for them, they're interested in looking on what you are doing.
Because the worst thing that can happen to somebody who has been through school is to exit when you can hardly do anything for yourself, you can hardly do anything that can impact on society and on the within the environments that they find themselves. Thanks to Ubteb, thanks to the Ministry of Education and Sports for the reforms that were initiated at the time that Ubteb was born.
As we speak now, Ubteb is the talk of every home state. People are happy with what is happening at Ubteb. The government is happy, and that's one of the reasons why it didn't merge it with any other institution.
The examination information management system which we have introduced, it is helping us to manage examinations and assessments much better.
Transcripts used to take long to be printed after the results are released by the minister. But now we can really print academic transcripts on time.
Over time, we have also shifted our approach to ensure that we involve the world of work. Those who who are practitioners, those who are really involved in the work our candidates are supposed to do.
We have developed a number of strategic partnerships with very many institutions, and for me, who comes from National Water, I am proud that we have a partnership between Ubteb and National Water.
So the 10 years have been 10 years of progress, and we can say that we have matured and we are ready to carry out the technical and business assessment in this country.
It has made the Ubteb reforms that government promoted become a reality.
People have accepted the graduates that pass through Ubteb. People go out with skills, and the employing the trainees from here.
In their emphasis on competence-based training, I want to thank our Ministry of Education, especially the Mama Honorable Janet Museveni, who has been very candid with TVET training and who understands very well the mission of TVET training in this country. And I think with her, we should be able to make very significant inroads in this very important area. I want to thank the board, as I said before, for being very consistent on the mission of Ubteb, and of course also the management. The management is always in the kitchen, cooking things, and we want to thank them very much. And I want to appeal to the public to develop confidence in TVET training, join, so that we can also develop this line of capacity building in this country.
The most important and the most critical part that we are going to focus on in the next few years is modularized assessment. Modularized assessment being that we want to ensure that our delivery and the way we assess becomes more flexible, becomes easier for students who will be doing this type of training. That if one comes in, can do one module, but with that one module should make a competent technician to go and work. And maybe at a later time, at a convenient time, that person can come back and do another module for final award.
I want to thank Ubteb. Personally, I have looked at how now they are modularizing the existing curricula, and I think that is the way to go, because I shouldn't be tied into an institution for years and years when I want only one component. I should come, do my module, assess me, and I go and make money. If I feel I've made enough money for that stage, I come back and make more money and learn more skills. And doing that, TVET will be flexible, will be interesting, and will be admired. And I want also to call upon Ugandans who are running here and there to universities, then you come back and tell us, we need to skill you as graduates. Why don't you come and we skill you, and you graduate with skills?
The number two, of course, related to that is continuous engagement with the industry, continuous engagement with the world of work, because we have realized that they play a very, very key role in as far as assessment is concerned, in as far as TVET training is concerned.
Even when we are talking of training and assessment, the industry, the world of work, these people are yours and are going to work in your fields. So you need to open your workplaces for trainees to come and work on the real life situations.
We are now going into infrastructure, having our own infrastructure, because Ubteb is currently renting premises from other people, but we want to build our own assessment center.
Now I see.
Good morning, our guests, and you're welcome. I suggest those who have enjoyed our breakfast, please join us in the hall, because we are getting organized to receive our chief guest. So take the opportunity to join the hall if you're already done with the breakfast. Thank you.
And we want to still continue with what we had already started, but improving it further in terms of accessing results through messaging, through an interactive kind of system, so that we really we want to reduce that time for registrars that must have to come here at the headquarters.
We also want to support the establishment of a national technical university, you will notice that right now, most of our people are not willing to undertake TVET courses because they think their future just ends at getting diplomas and getting higher diplomas once they have done better. So we now want to show them that you can even go beyond, get a degree in technical training, get a master's, and even get a PhD. So there is an idea in this country to set up a national technical university, and we want to be relevant to that.
My message to the country and to all those who are relating to the Ubteb is that people should embrace skills training. It's the way to go.
In the next 10 years, we are looking.
I want to congratulate Ubteb at 10 years of existence. I think that
significant indeed to host members of the committee which is responsible for oversight of your institution. Honorable Chair, we want to advocate for a technology university. We commit to serve the country in ensuring quality assessments, promoting continuous development of assessors, to match the flexible and dynamic trend of skilling and modernizing assessments. Honorable Chair, I can assure you we are committed to producing human capital products that are relevant to the world of work.
Competence-based assessment makes Ubteb assessments unique in terms of skills application, for it requires adequate assessment material, adequate assessment time, continuous recording of evidence of both learning and assessment, which form the basis for your work. We have already 368 TVET assessors whom have trained and certified and who will be helping us to cover this work. We have also developed the examination management system, which has helped us to carry out most of our work online.
But since the exams moved from UNEP to Ubteb, a lot has been done, and I want to thank you for that step.
Congratulate you on acquiring a plot.
To thank the government of Uganda for rediscovering the curriculum that really can transform this country.
At least so far, this has been the best institution we have visited, with the best, which is best organized.
So we are here to support every effort that will see you get the assessment center up and running.
It's up to you now to make a priority list and you tell us where you want Parliament to help you, especially this committee.
To direct our efforts is how we can capacitize these people, and this is going to be facilitated by close cooperation of the tripartite, the industry, the training institutions, and Ubteb.
With the reopening of institutions, preparations by Ubteb to get students' exams ongoing are in high gear. We visited MTAC, one of the institutes conducting Ubteb exams, to see how the experience has been so far.
210 students who are expected to sit this examination. We are happy that we are part of the TVET in Uganda, and we are happy we are also part of Ubteb. And as we speak, our students started doing their exams. It was yesterday, that was 24th of January, and they are proceeding up to 2nd, which is the next Wednesday, 2nd of February. And so far, we started well. Exams arrived in time. The reconnoiters, the invigilators, the Ubteb officials arrived in time. And we also thank God that our students were in time. And so far we didn't, for us as an institution, we didn't observe any malpractice unless otherwise. But so far we didn't see anything of that kind. So far we are progressing well.
It has been a very busy week for academic institutions all over Uganda. With the COVID-19 pandemic, institutions have only been able to open for candidates to sit for their final exams. This has been especially challenging for the special needs students. We visited a number of institutions to understand how this has been for the special needs students under Ubteb.
I'd like to thank the academic staff. Yeah, really, they have taught us well. And this is an inclusive institute. We have the hearing and the deaf. So we are being combined together. And all the tutors, the lecturers have been taking care of us. And all the interpreters, the interpretation we've been receiving during our examination has really been beneficial. When it comes to the question papers, they're being separated. That's the only benefit I get. The separation of the papers shows that there's special needs and the hearing. But now let me go to the challenges. What are the challenges really we always face here? The interpreters, we lack interpreters. How shall I improve if I don't have an interpreter? I'd like to inform Ubteb that really I'm happy, because I know after this program, I'm very sure that I'll get a job. And I'm very sure that the job is waiting for me. I did, as the program I said, I did information technology. I know I'm going to compete. And I'd like also to thank the interpreters which are being appointed to come and help us during the process of the examination. Thank you so much, Ubteb. And thank you for taking care of us. And I know my future is bright. What I would like to also to supplement on the opportunities actually. After my program, for example, take an example that I've graduated, and there are more opportunities out there. Now I know how to work. I know how to compete with the world, though I'm deaf. So I believe after my graduation, I can start a job instead of looking, because of the trainees, the skills I've attained from this institute can enable me to start, and also to enable others to also to depend or to live themselves without an interpreter. I can do that. Interpretation is not easy, especially when it comes to different sectors. Now, when it comes to educational sector, you find that these students or deaf students have a different talk or a different signing. So it will take you some time to understand the sound or the vocabulary of the other one. The way how they speak is not the same. Now, the challenge is also, again, appears when it comes to when they are assigned to you to go to a different college, to help. Sometimes when you reach there, you find that the institute is not aware of your coming. You have to come and then you explain a lot. Some of them, to allow you, they want to confirm you 1, 2, 3. Then you have to call to make some contacts or some calls to the Ubteb. Then my request would be that before assigning an interpreter, make sure that where all those candidates are, the deaf candidates, the administration, especially the registrar, must be aware of our coming. And when we come there, they should introduce us before. And also the briefing day, because I'm sure one of the candidate was complaining that whenever they're going into for examination or the finals, they always have briefings. But these people miss that briefings. And when we come to those sites or to those institutes, you find that a candidate is going to ask you this and that. And what she's asking you or what they're asking you, it was in the briefing. You find that you're going to come and the invigilators or inspectors of the examinations, they are not aware of you. You're going to have that fight until they approve you. So that's the only challenge we always face.
I send my thanks to the Ubteb organization for the support they have given to me throughout my course, especially during the period of exams. For example, the personnel has helped me on how to see the figures on the calculator, since my eyes can't see well on the calculator. She has also helped me to write in the exams when my eyes can't see well on the paper. And it has helped me to improve on my performance and eased my work in the exams.
I would like to thank Ubteb for the services that it has rendered to the persons with disabilities, and as well appeal to it and other institutions always give them a hand before examinations, for example, in classes, in tests, and all other, because they are always in competition with other students who have no disabilities. I think with that, they will be able to perform very well.
Since I'm done with my diploma in national accountants, I want to upgrade with a CPA.
Looking at the memory lane of Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, I acknowledge with appreciation the tireless contribution of the first board, which was 2010-2013. The story of Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board has increasingly been fine-tuned to address the priorities and the demand-driven skills needed by the world of work.
We have been administering exams since 2011, and the number of students has been growing.
We have accredited examination centers which have grown from 119 in 2011 to 578 as we talk now. And the board is undergoing ISO certification process, and we hope to complete it in the next 4 months. Once we get ISO certification, there will be more trust in what we do. There will be more predictability in the methods and the processes we do at Ubteb. When you have modular programs, somebody can even do a program, leave, go and work, and come back. So it is a very flexible system, and we hope that the government can support the board in having this assessment effectively carried out.
When you observe what Ubteb does, you really find the assessment instrument given.
Our results of July, August 2023. On my side, I have someone. Let him introduce himself.
By the name of Cheswa Habad, a sign language interpreter. Cheswa Habad.
As a government policy, we talk of inclusive education, and at the board we make sure that we implement every policy of government to the latter. I have a few announcements to make as we wait for our minister who is around the corner. First, thank you for coming and keeping time. And two, this one goes to our students from our institutions, students from Kampala International University, Kampala campus, you're most welcome. Hey, they are having tea. Oh, you are there? Okay. Yes, you're most welcome. That's one of our centers in Uganda here. We have students from Jimmy Sekasi. This is a pioneer institution for institutional catering and hotel management in the whole country in Uganda and maybe in the region. Jimmy Sekasi can wave. You can stand up if you can, because you're still young. Which can run you for the next 2 hours. Please, for us. But I want to thank all those people who are online. And I look forward to seeing some of you are online and sharing your selfies, saying, I'm here. You can tweet, you can get on our hashtag. Joseph is going to share our hashtag for today, and then we'll be able to follow through and tag yourself. We believe we are a generation which is compliant, and we must lead by example as a modern agency in Uganda. Today we have two functions in one. Most important, the release of the results. When we are raising a good number of students to the industry, students, as soon as they enter into our programs, they start working, but now we are certifying and awarding them. So from today, as the minister releases them by May 11, we shall be able to give them certificates of completion of the course. Those are transcripts, and then later they will pick their certificates. Another function will be, if you see our branding, we have got the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, who are very good partners. We signed our name OU in 2018, and we have been working closely up to this date. It has been a successful journey and a wonderful collaboration to this date, that today we are going to see, among the many fruits we have registered, we are going to, ISPA is going to hand over the assessment of accounting technicians diploma program in the whole country. I think you can clap for that. The whole team of ISPA is here. All those who are trending, you must have seen our stories online. Those who are not trending, we are going to see a story on UBC and other media houses today, as we shall be handing over the assessment. So we encourage Ugandans that Ubteb is here to serve the national interests of government, ranging from streamlining assessment, standardization, and regulation of all TVET programs in the whole country. So if you are a daughter or a son of someone, and you're in an institution offering a diploma or national certificate that is not from Ubteb, you are in a very wrong place, and your future is not guaranteed. Make sure if you are in any institution that is not offering national examinations accredited by Ubteb, then you will miss most of the opportunities that we hear that we shall announce today in our various collaboration with the ISPAO and other MOUs we are implementing, National Water, MOOBs, among others. To bring it to speed, we shall be recognizing each one of us here as we progress. And for now, they have been streaming on the projector. We celebrated 10 years in March 2022. So we are still a very young and energetic board that is able to fulfill the Uganda 2040, NDP3, the Area Manifesto, and other documents of government that regulate our TVET sector. So, the media team, please can roll back the Ubteb attend ceremony and any other relevant information. Maybe before I break off, for us each year we do major milestones at the board, and this one is critical for our stakeholders, especially our students. We have fully automated our processes. If a student, a principal, a registrar, or a parent, and you want any service from Ubteb, you access us in any part of the world. You don't need to come to Ubteb. Ranging from payments, you only come to the board to pick your physical transcript. And this one is also done on electronically. You make an appointment online, and you send the documents online. Then we say, please come on Thursday, and we pick your transcript or certificate. So we want to be a first class and 21st century model of agency in Uganda that compares to none, because we don't compare ourselves to anyone. We are special in mandate, purpose, and function. Yes, so that's one of the banners you'll be seeing there, how you can pay money, how you can get your results, how you can do anything, yes. And for us, we are very contemporary and we work 24/7. All our phones are public and you have access us on any platform, WhatsApp, Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. All those programs, we are always alive to give you backup support at all the time. Okay, Joseph.
Looking at the memory lane of Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, I acknowledge with appreciation the tireless contribution of the first board, which was 2010-2013. The story of Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board has increasingly been fine-tuned to address the priorities and the demand-driven skills needed by the world of work.
We have been administering exams since 2011, and the number of students has been growing.
We have accredited examination centers which have grown from 119 in 2011 to 578 as we talk now. And the board is undergoing ISO certification process, and we hope to complete it in the next 4 months. Once we get ISO certification, there will be more trust in what we do. There will be more predictability in the methods and the processes we do at Ubteb. When you have modular programs, somebody can even do a program, leave, go and work, and come back. So it is a very flexible system, and we hope that government can support the board in having this assessment effect carried out.
When you observe what Ubteb does, you really find the assessment instrument given, the content is assessed in the line of knowledge, find the knowledge is being captured. The skills, the hands-on, which is so critical in Uganda. The attitude that is not with our youths, all the people of today, is also coming up. Assessment is looking at the attitudes, which is so critical. So, members, it is
I know my cameraman is taking photos. If he's not here, then he's fired. Gerard, make sure you're having those photos when I'm introducing members. And the video cameraman also should be, more when I'm watching, I want to see some of these things happening. In no order, I want to recognize the presence of John Bosco Ntangare, who is the Director of Education from ISPA, Uganda. Please, you can clap. Our staff, please make sure you clap louder. Hands up, very good. Samo Gwangu, you're most welcome. You will be a cheerleader for that corner. I wish to recognize the presence of CPA Derek Nkaja, who is Executive Secretary, is a Chief Executive Officer of ISPA. CEO, you have many candidates here. If I introduce them now, you know that you have many candidates here who are sitting under, who are progressing under your profession, and we shall have more after today's MOU. I wish to recognize the presence of I want to recognize Mr. Enabu Nicholas, who is the training controller, Crown Beverages. That is Coca-Cola. Mr. Enabu Nicholas, please, my cameraman. Yes, you are most welcome. Coca-Cola employs our students, majority of them. If you are looking for people at the senior level manager downwards, all those are Ubteb graduates. I speak on the fact because I was once a industrial training officer of one of the biggest colleges in Uganda, Uganda Technical College in Chitwamba. And I know how many vacancies you give us for industrial training as well as jobs. So TVET is doing well, supporting industrial growth and development in this country. I want to recognize the presence of Engineer Andrew Mwezi, who is the president of Uganda Institute of Professional Engineers. Engineer Mwezi, you can give a very loud hand clap. But people are not clapping that side. Chikazi Juliet and your colleagues, yeah. I want to see the loud hand clap from that side, yeah. Yes, for us, we believe in competence-based assessment and awards. And we believe our students don't fail. None of our students fail, no. You have attained some competencies, but you have not attained some other competencies. So you can work. So you can clap for us students. For us, there is no failing. You are not clapping. Yes. Especially our industrial players, you will find we rolled out model assessment in 2021, immediately after COVID. 2021, 2022, yes. And one of the model assessment is, NDP3 says we must attain flexible TVET that is accessible and flexible. So we say, regardless of your age, sex, color, and gender, please enroll for TVET. Do you want to do the wiring of the house? Come, we shall make sure you run the wiring. But you must enter in a specific academic year. You want to learn how to balance books? Please come and enroll. We have over 600 institutions in the whole country. At least we have every presence in most of the districts in the whole country. The last report of government, they say TVET centers are at 70%. I want to confirm. Now that we're going to election period, I will confirm how we are faring as NRM government. You know, for us who work in government, when we went to Changwa, they told us, as a government civil servant, you serve the government which is in power. So all of us who are civil servants, we are agents and subscribers of NRM government and must implement the aspirations. I wish to recognize the presence of Milton Tio, who is Assistant Commissioner General of Uganda Prisons. Round hard clap. I want to change the role from Sam Ogwang to Wanda Herbert because he has given us a wonderful clap. We are now the chair leader for that corner. I want to recognize the presence of Mrs. Navagani Madina, Senior Superintendent of Prisons. Madam, you are most welcome. I want to recognize the presence of, in case I mentioned your name not correctly, please forgive me, Petua Babirie, who is a principal examination of PEO, Equal Opportunities Commission. Yes, you are most welcome. Please, ushers, make sure my guest comes this side where she's supposed to sit. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I was looking here in the cross range. Yeah. I want to recognize the presence of William Shave, Education Officer from Equal Opportunities Commission. William Shave, maybe he's still having tea, yeah, but you are most welcome. I wish to recognize the presence of Mr. Sempara Sebastian, who is the Principal TVET Officer, Minister of Education and Sports of Uganda. You can clap. Yes, I want to recognize the presence of Proskovia. I'll get the name correct later. Proskovia is the Commissioner of Human Resources. She's representing the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries in Uganda. Yes, yes. Those who are interested in the PDM and other things, please, we have the PS in the house. Yes, you are most welcome, Madam Proskovia. We talk about the presence of Mr. Murambe Tony, who is the Principal Administrative Secretary, Office of the President of Uganda. Tony, you are most welcome. Tony, as a Ubteb and Tony and Office of the President, we are cooking something. Anytime, just make sure you watch UBC. That one I can guarantee. And Mr. Mganga from UBC is right here. He's a senior card of NRM, NRA, yeah. NRF, all those things, he has ever been there. Yes, We talk about the presence of Mr. Chokunda Evelyn Hope, University Secretary, Timu University. Timu University, Hope, members clap louder. Wanda, make sure you are reading the clapping and generous, yes. Yes, Timu University is one of our centers and it is one of the fastest growing universities in Uganda, with campuses almost in each region of Uganda. So Timu University, you're most welcome. Justine Makweta, TMO, Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. Mr. Madam Justin Makweta, you're most welcome. I know I'll get the right abbreviation from Mr. Wanda Herbert. These are very good financiers. Without Ministry of Finance, we cannot exist. If you look back in the background, there is assessment center worth 30 billions, and all that money is from government of Uganda, appropriated by Parliament of Uganda, released by PSST and Secretary of the Treasurer. So Justin, thank you for coming. Yes. We are progressing well, so our target we are about to enter. We want to go to the presence of Madam Sandra Mbabali, also from Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. You are most welcome. Yes. I want to go to the presence of Dr. Safina Kisumusene, who is the Acting Director, HTVET, and the Commissioner, Higher Education and Training, Ministry of Education and Sports in Uganda. Dr. Safina Musene, you are most welcome. Yes, I don't hear the clapping from my cheerleaders. I think I'm going to request they should give you more apples so that you can be alert. But I've got chocolate here in case you doze. Yes. Okay. I want to recognize the presence of Mr. I don't know what is the right name. Mukindu or Jamil from Ministry of Education and Sports. The name is not clear for me. Jamil from Ministry of Education and Sports. You are most welcome. I don't hear the clapping. Now, Jimmy Sekas help me in clapping, okay? The other one I've left them. That's how we award marks during real life projects. We ask questions randomly, what did you do? If you don't get it, this one gets 10 marks, another gets 0, another gets 2 marks. That's how we do it in CBET. So those guys now 0 on competence. Let me go this side now. I want to go to the presence of Mr. Chiravera Yusuf, Deputy Director of Industrial Training, Ministry of Education and Sports. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Jimmy Sekasi. I want to go to the presence of Mr. Bagombeka Samuel, who is a senior TVET officer in charge of business development and humanities, Ministry of Education and Sports. Yes, Mr. Bagombeka is a very close ally. He has risen through ranks. Was once a lecturer, once contested as MP, he lost. Now he has committed to serve government. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Bagombeka, and you're most welcome. What of the presence of I will first jump this one, I get the right names correctly. What about the presence of Madame Apondi Grace, Hotel Examiner from Voice Hotel, Grand Imperial. Thank you so much. I want to explain on that one so that when you go, you are ambassadors. The government in the NDP3 says TVET should be employer-led. They should be part of our processes for training, delivery, and assessment. And Imperial Hotel has been one of the hotels in Uganda that has consistently participated in all our processes, training, assessment, awards. And we thank you for being our partner in offering industrial training and jobs. Most of those managers are graduates. Please clap for Grand Imperial Hotel. Extend our regards to the MD and all the management team. I want to recognize the presence of Orimi Richard, who is a driver from Uganda Prison Service. Orimi Richard will recognize you. Yes. I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Awudu Daniel, Also from Uganda Prison Service, please do you clap. We took one of the presence of our close friend, mentor, mother, and our boss, Sister Helen Kataratambi, Executive Secretary of Uganda Nurses and Midwifery Examinations Board. Helen is right here. Yes. UNIMED mentored us when we were put in place in 2011. I remember when all procurements of Ubteb were done by UNIMED. We thank you for mothering us up to date. You see, we have now grown, we can stand on our 2 feet. Thank you so much, UNIMED. What about the presence of my Mr. Godwin Mwesezi, who is production manager, PEP Scholar, Uganda Limited, who is also, you clap louder. I want to introduce, keep standing, I want to introduce him. Who is also the chairperson, the national chairperson of all students that have ever sat for Ubteb examinations since 2011. He's an enterprising guy, very young, newly married. He runs his 2 companies as much as he's a production manager of PEP Scholar. You know what it means? Whatever PEP Scholar brand you do passes through his hands. He has employed many people, directly and indirectly, and he continues to employ more people and more Ugandans. I got a testimony last night online that you have given someone a job and is earning 600,000. Thank you, Godwin, for having a heart for Uganda. Thank you so much. Students, make sure I have his number. Yes. And soon we are going to launch out something, and those who went for National ICT Job Fair 2023, Godwin coordinated very well. All our students were fully represented, and one of them had the chance to shake the hands with the president. Yeah, one of them, you will see him here soon. Now he has left the village, he's in Kampala. He told me he's coming to work in Kampala. Next release, I will introduce him. And let me now introduce the boss of that institution. Sam Biagweri, is he in the house? You stand up. You clap before I introduce you. Sam Biagweri has many hats. He worked with us in charge of security. Please, you clap. We have never had any examination leakage. Government has taken him to be in charge of Uganda Technical College Bushenyi, which is a center of excellence. I'll continue. Honorable Minister, you're most welcome. Madam PS, you're most welcome. Honorable Minister, you're most welcome. For us are the guests who have reported to attend the release of July-August 2023 examinations results. We're going to start with the anthem. Keep standing.
Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Let's keep standing for a prayer led by Mrs. Semakora Kietkisa.
Let's humble ourselves for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this morning. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you, Father, for the gift of our country, Uganda. And Lord, we thank you for governing each one of us, Lord, here. We thank you, Lord Almighty, that today this is the day that you've made and we're going to rejoice in it. Lord Almighty, we ask you to come and preside over this meeting. And Father, we pray that, Lord, even as we release the results to the public, Father, you may come and preside over this function. We want to thank you. We give you all the glory and honor. In your name we pray.
Thank you. You may get seated. Honorable Minister, you're most welcome. We are privileged to have you here today. Madam PS, you are most welcome. We are much honored to have you today here. Honorable Minister, my name is Kambao Narasi Anjuka. I'm the Principal Communications and Public Relations Officer of Ubteb. I'm the MC for today. And I want to guarantee that as our practice, we shall make sure that you maximize time for other national important duties. At this moment, allow me to introduce a few members, then we get started. I want to begin by introducing our board members. Honorable Minister, our board members are right here. You can move to the Minister, our board members. We can rise up. Yes, you can clap. Yes, thank you so much. I wish to recognize the presence of the Executive Secretary, Uganda Nurses and Midwives Examinations Board. Please. Thank you. I wish to recognize the presence, because of time, I'm going to introduce the team from Uganda Prison Service. Please, you can rise up for recognition. I also recognize a team from universities. A team from universities, we have Kampala International University, we have Team University in the house. Yes, we have MOBS, I think MOBS is already in the house. Yes, we wish to recognize the presence of the representative of Uganda Allied Health Examinations Board, if he's in the house. Very good. We wish to recognize the presence of principals from all Ubteb accredited center. Principals in the house. We wish to recognize the presence of students who have come from 3 training institutions. We have students from GMS Lekasi for hotel and institutional catering. Please rise up. Yes, thank you. We have students from Kampala International University. It's one of our accredited centers in the country. We have students from Gayaza Skills Development Center. Thank you so much. Mr. Because of time, I will introduce other members as we progress. Allow me to begin the program now. Allow me at this moment to invite Mr. OSJ Onesimus, Executive Secretary of Ubteb, to give us his statement. Please, you can clap and welcome him.
Our chief guest, Minister of State for Higher Education, Minister of Education and Sports, representing First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, members of the Education and Sports Committee who could be around, representatives of the Education Development Partners, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education and Sports, and your technical team, Director Activities with you, other representatives of other permanent secretaries who are here. I know we have one from Education Service Commission and a representative from Agriculture. You can stand up for recognition, Agriculture and Education Service Commission. Executive secretaries and representatives of other examinations boards, the directors and representatives of other statutory bodies, the CEO, Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda and your team, Ubteb Secretariat staff, the chairperson and members of the board, the principals and other representatives of training institutions, the representatives of private sector and world of work, the student representatives who are in the house, members of the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. Before I go to my statement, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome you, our chief guest, and the whole entourage you have come with, and all of you, and I want to thank you sincerely for your presence. Your presence on this occasion makes us proud and gives us energy to push forward all the agenda of TVET subsector in as far as assessment is concerned. Honorable Minister, Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board is pleased to present to you the end program examination results for July-August 2023 examination series. The board conducted the July-August 2023 examinations and assessments from 14th July to 25th August 2023. A total of 36 examination centers presented 3,051 students, candidates for examination and assessment for end of program. Honorable Minister, the results you will be releasing today are for cohorts that were not presented in the April-May 2023 examination series due to the staggered calendar in the tertiary institution that was brought about by COVID-19 lockdown. The candidates who pursued and completed their programs of the study are in the following categories: physical and biological science, diploma and certificate programs, technical and vocational diploma programs, and then technical higher diploma programs. When we look at the registration, Honorable Minister, it is summarized in table 1.1. And from this table, out of 3,051 candidates who registered for end of program examinations, 2,615, and this represents 68%, turned up for examinations, while 436, which represents 14% of the candidates, were absent in one or more modules. The absenteeism associated with failure, this absenteeism, Honorable Minister, is associated with failure by candidates to meet the tuition fees requirements, engagement in the world of work. Some people, once they get few skills, they go and start working, and sometimes sickness. And this has been revealed and been reviewed in the 2019 Ubteb survey findings. We had to call out specific research about this, and the results showed that those reasons I've highlighted are causes of this absenteeism. Whereas 14% absenteeism is still high, there is a 21% reduction from the 35% recorded in the April-May 2023 examination series. Honorable Minister, if we move to the general performance of these candidates, Table 2.1 below presents a summary of the candidates' performance in the different program categories. Details of specific programs are attached at the appendix section of this statement. So those who will access will be given mostly from our media friends. At the end of the statement, there are details about what I'm reading here. The final grade of a student is a cumulative record of performance for the entire 4 semesters. This comprises coursework, real-life project, industrial training, and final national assessment marks. And this final assessment includes summative, the theory, and on-spot practical assessments which we carry out. So the model of our assessment is not that everybody comes and writes exam. Before you come to write, you have gone through what is handled at the training institution, the coursework, the real-life project, the industrial training, and then we handle the final part, which is partly theory, but also on-spot assessment, practical assessment. The summary of candidates' performance in the end of programs, the detail, if you look at the detail, is in that table, 2.1. And generally, out of 2,615 candidates who sat for these examinations, 2,106 candidates, which represents 81%, successfully acquired all competencies in their respective trades. And now that means 81, they will join the world of work. We take note, Honorable Minister, that physical and biological sciences diploma programs performed well with an average of 97%, acquiring full competencies. And also we note that even in the previous releases, there has been this excellent performance of these programs. The physical and biological science programs include programs like fisheries training, agriculture, meteorology, those departmental institutions. The general successful completion rate has remained the same at 81% full competence acquisition as in April-May 2023 assessment series. The majority of the candidates in this series pursued national diploma in technical and vocational programs. This group of candidates underperformed in elementary design of structures, estimating and tendering, measurement of civil and building works, and engineering mathematics 1 and engineering mathematics 3, which partly explain the decline in overall pass rate. So to our stakeholders, if we can solve those areas I have highlighted, but majorly, the one I know is engineering math. If we can solve that one, then people would be passing. And because we train both for world of work and academic progression, I think those who are designing this curriculum have an issue of how do you remove this. Because at the end of it all, our diploma holders must join the universities, must join Chambogo, must join Makerere, and deal with some of these issues. But it's my hope that maybe when we set up in the future our technological university, then we shall have solved this puzzle which is making our students not pass very well. Honorable Minister, the details of performance of candidates in specific programs are presented in the appendices at the end of this report. I can bring your attention to the special needs candidates. On a special note, I would like to mention that the board provides for candidates with special needs to sit for examinations and assessments. And for this series, because now here we are dealing with only diploma programs, the board registered a total of 9 candidates, and 8 of whom sat and passed, while 1 female candidate did not turn up for examinations. We also have a detail of that in the appendix. And I want to take a special recognition of special needs students who are here to represent the rest of others who are doing. They can stand up for recognition, and Thank you very much for coming. We shall work with you to ensure that you get what you are supposed to get. We move to examination malpractice. The board has put in place measures to prevent cases of examination malpractices. We have done that one very well. And the board is now emphasizing preventive measures, which have seen a reduction of the number of malpractice cases from the previous series of examinations. On this note, I commend the examination management teams for this strict vigilance, and I urge them to minimize further these malpractice cases through proper checking of candidates before entering the examination room. I also urge the heads of TVET centers to undertake compulsory candidate briefing prior to the start of examinations. In the coming exams, we are going to have teams at every training institutions. And the team to manage these issues at the examination centers will be headed by head of centers. The registrar will be a member. Our team of coordinators will be there and invigilators. And we expect that using that strategy, we want to make sure that there is no person who loses or who gets involved in these malpractice cases. It is a very bad advice, and the representative of students tell your colleagues it is dangerous, mostly at this stage. Imagine if somebody has cheated through the exams and is constructing your house. What can happen? You expect death. Now, while we have done all that, we have put in the measures to mitigate this vice. Some candidates still risk and engage in malpractice. So after fair hearing of the suspected candidates by the security committee of the board found 55 candidates guilty of the malpractice. And we are now recommending to you, Honorable Minister, cancellation of the examination results for the entire semester of the affected candidates in accordance with Regulation 9.3 of the Ubteb regulations. As a parent, no, not as a student, it hurts. But also, as an institute of government program, we must ensure that this dies away. It is very hurting that somebody can lose all the marks of the entire semester, but also have no way how we can deal with people who have decided to behave in that manner. So the 55, we recommend that the entire semester results be affected, but you allow them to sit again. We can move the achievements and challenges. We begin with achievements, Honourable Minister. The Secretariat has continued to train more TVET assessors and verifiers. 7 assessors in August 2023 were trained, expanding the database from 621 trained assessors in February 2023 to 691. Our target is to have a database of 1,000 assessors, and this capacity building will continue equipping both the instructors and selected members from World of Work with adequate delivery mechanism and assessment skills as the board transforms fully into modular assessment. In carrying out our mandate, we work in a tripartite form. We have training institutions, we have ourselves as examination board, but now we have brought on board the World of Work, those who are in practice, and we have also trained some of them so that they help us as we assess our students. Another achievement is that the board has continued to adhere to the guidelines in the TVET Policy 2019 and National Development Plan 3 by modernizing the assessment for Uganda Community Polytechnic Certificate and National Certificate programs. Several diploma programs under the Uganda Colleges of Commerce, Cooperative College, Wildlife Research and Training Institute, Institute of Survey and Lands Management have been revised and accredited by National Council for Education, and other programs under Uganda Technical Colleges, Uganda Meteorology Institute are undergoing a review, and their training delivery is expected to begin in the year 2024-25. 2025 academic year. I thank the National Curriculum and Development Center and the National Council for Education for their engagements with the colleges during this process. The board has enhanced the examination management information system in functionalities of online registration, direct payment of registration fees of students, processing of examination results, and academic documents. Achievement number 4 is that the board has also continued to enhance the human resource capacity with the recent recruitment of 4 ICT critical staff. The board has also broadened its networks with other assessment bodies in East Africa, BROC. Since August 2023, the board now hosts the Secretariat of the East African Association of Education Assessment, which comprises bodies, assessment bodies from Ethiopia, the Republic of South Sudan, Kenya, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda, and Democratic Republic of Congo. We are hopeful that this strategic positioning, in addition to the pursuit of international standards organization certification, will boost the efforts towards the free labor movement of artisans and technicians in the East African region and in the world at large. We want our graduates to be moving, those who go to Dubai, but they should go as qualified people, and we are pursuing the ISO certification. On challenges, Honourable Minister, we have a challenge number 1, that the conduct of practical on-spot assessment have remained costly to both the board and the training institutions. This calls for more funding for enhanced hands-on training and assessment for better skills acquisition. One of the best way we can assess our students is to increase on practical assessment. But whenever we take that route, there is an issue of cost, and it has really hindered our progress. That is one of the challenges. We have also challenged reluctance by some organizations to offer industrial attachment presses to trainees with the delays, which delays the completion rates. Another challenge that COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown created distortion of the tertiary level institutions calendar, where institutions were advised to start the teaching of students at different times to avoid congestion. It affected the pattern of conduct of examinations that resulted into the conduct of 3 assessment series from the previous 2. You are welcome, Honourable Minister. This has proved to be very costly on the side of the board and the students. In fact, some people ask, why you are assessing like this? Strategies have, however, been put in place to have the situation return to normalcy by the beginning of 2024-2025 academic year. So beginning next year, we should be able to go to our usual assessing twice a year. There is also a challenge of computers in the training institutions and high cost of internet connectivity. That one you all know, that most of our training institutions don't have enough computers. And this remains a challenge to most of institutions, which affects smooth conduct of examinations. There is a challenge of inadequate funding to train and retool instructors, lecturers on the TVET reforms, especially on modularized assessment. While we move we need to have all our class, majorly those who are in training and delivery, to be recruited and match with us. Honorable Minister, we have made some recommendations regarding our challenges. We request that the board's budget be increased to support the implementation of TVET reforms as enshrined in the TVET policy 2019. These include modernization of skills assessment and capacity building of instructors to ensure that assessment is aligned to the needs of the world of work, flexible learning, innovation, and employability of TVET graduates. We are also recommending that institutions and relevant agencies need to be supported for timely review of different curricula in order to align them to demands of the world of work. Because we are training for those people who employ our students. Therefore, we need also to pull up, to change our curricula from time to time. Many changes that take place, mostly in the technological area. The training institutions, monitoring and standard agencies be encouraged to ensure that training and assessment syllabus is completed in good time. This is also what we are recommending. There is strong need by government and government partners to support the public and private training providers with ICT equipment in order to match with the digital world. All stakeholders, especially the industry and private sector, are called upon to play a role in the training of TVET graduates through offering industrial field attachment. There is also a need for policy guidance on field attachment. A framework would be developed where government can engage the industries to drive mechanism of mobilizing their inputs in return to zero-cost industrial training attachment. We can move to appreciation. Honorable Minister, the board is grateful to your technical team headed by Permanent Secretary for the invaluable support and continued guidance on the policy matters. And in a special way, I want to thank the board chair in absentia represented by Professor Kamaten and the board members for continued policy and guidance and strategic direction offered to the Secretariat. I would also like also to thank the Secretariat staff. And here I want to request them to stand up. They are here. Secretariat staff, stand up for recognition. Our work is a 24/7 work. As we are here, we have people who have kept handling exams for the next 30 days. They will not be with us. There are 54 staff who are not with us. So they are always awake to deliver their mandate. I want to thank area coordinators, heads of centers, coordinators, supervisors, and all the institutions who have worked with. Equally, I extend my appreciation to Uganda Police. We closely work with Uganda Police and other security agencies that assisted in the board with storage facilities and helped conduct smooth examinations. The board also appreciates the role of the press and the media in the process of achieving its vision and mission. Finally, on behalf of the Secretariat and on my own behalf, allow me to congratulate all the candidates and parents, guardians, and all other Ubteb stakeholders for the accomplishments made this day. We shall always work together as we continue setting pace for quality assessment. My final road is very easy. It's to hand over the results to the chairperson